After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi, and welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 102. And we are podcasting late in the day and very early in the week. For us, normally, these are our autism awareness mascots.
This might not go up, though, until Sunday night, just because I have to talk to Emily tonight.
Let me
want to talk to Emily tonight.
Let me move our mascots out of the way.
The song you just finished hearing was part of After the Ball is Over by Ren Ross, which is obtained from the moviealley.com from Mevio. My name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
This time we won't be eating in front of you, we'll merely be drinking.
Just drinking. I have my chai tea. It is currently Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, so it's May 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's late, 6:05? Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, so it's very late, but we wanted to podcast because tomorrow's Mother's Day, and we've got...
And I've got a very busy week.
Yeah, it's her week. She has no days off next week. Really,
I mean,
between classes and
work. Classes for the new computer system and work itself,
right.
There's always something for work that's happening right in the waking hours of my day, because I live a night shift schedule. So when everyone else goes to bed, I'm up, and my classes are in the afternoon, which is my morning.
Okay, so as we said, first of all, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. If you're new to us, welcome. If you are returning, we're glad to have you back with us.
I have not commented at all on the boards. That I hope to rectify that at some point. And also, I know there's a YouTube viewer that said hi, said Turbo Knitter pointed her our way.
Thank you,
Kenneth.
Thank you,
Kenneth, and hi to our YouTube viewer.
Do you know her name? No. I can't see
that.
I
looked on my Gmail and I made a note to remember her name, and I can't remember it. Yeah. And I'm assuming it's a her.
Right, and Talia will go back and we'll put her in the notes, right?
If she's not on Ravelry,
right?
I can't tag someone who's not on Ravelry.
Well, you could try. You can try. We'll try to tag her in the notes. But we do have.
But that won't be until you guys won't be having this available until Sunday night.
Yeah, even though we are doing this on Saturday, Talia will not have a chance to upload it until Sunday night. All right, we want to mention our new viewers who have signed in with us, who've joined us. We have Desert Blossom, who is Lorinda. We have Shelty Deb, who is Debbie. Melissa Knits, who is Melissa. I think it's Temley, who is Lynette. And Yarn, I think it's Yarn W. Katz, who is Francis. We welcome all of you. We're glad to have you with us. It's very exciting to have new members joining us. Jump right in to the podcast threads or the autism awareness threads with your projects. We're glad to have you with us. Welcome aboard.
I want to take out this because I'm at the beginning. I'll show this first.
Okay. We'll get into the autism awareness. CalCal, it's going very strong. We are about a third of the way, maybe a little more than a third of the way through, I guess, because
I can't be not working something.
I guess we're about halfway through, actually, because we're almost halfway through May. The CalCal is going from April 1st until June 30th. The projects need to be knitted or crocheted, and they must have at least one bright color. If you do 2 or more, you get multiple chances for the prizes. Also, if you do our featured patterns, which is the Winding Journey, there's 2 Winding Journey patterns by
it's a kit, the Hat and Mitts kit.
Is it Jules Lunder or Jules Lund? Juliana.
It's Juliana. I think it's Jules Lund.
She's one of our co-hosts. She's with the Equal Opportunity Crafter podcast group, and her pattern, The Winding Journey, there are 2 parts to it. That gets multiple chances as well, and so does George's Braid It Bright pattern. George is 10 hours or less, and he developed that pattern specifically for our autism awareness.
Yes, he did.
And we have had a few of those, which are very. It's just awesome to see the different variations of that pattern.
And most people seem to have planned a lot better for the yarn than I did.
Excuse me. Let me see here. I was going to say something about that.
Not my poor planning? That wasn't
Yes, that too.
interview.
Our co-host for the Cal, as I said, our Equal Opportunity Crafter, who is Juliana Lund, I think is her last name. Jules Lunder? I think it's Lunder, isn't it?
I think it is Jules Lunder.
And then, and I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that. And then Emily, who is Chain of Fools, who is Fibertown Podcast Group. Now, her group is only going to be doing this until the end of May because she has a trip in the beginning of June, so she will not be available for that last month.
But you will, if you are in her group, you can still take part.
In ours or in Juliana.
If you join ours.
Yeah, you have to join our group. We have, please tag your projects. Please tag your,
Tag?
I'm going to pop you one.
Not on
Please,
Thursday.
yes, absolutely.
That wouldn't be very
Please
much
tag
of
your
a
projects with AA 2014, and please let us know if you're doing the Braid It Bright or Winding Journey, because that one gets a whopping 3 chances for a prize, okay? And if you want to see more specifics about that, it's on the Ravelry Autism Awareness Cal thread. I don't want to go through it all because I've already done it several times, and I'll go over it again in detail at a later date. Let me see here. Oh, the prizes. We have a variety of prizes. We have 3 bags, 3 project bags, 2 from Cloverbird, and her 10% sale is going to the end of May, and she is periodically restocking her shop.
Any sweater bags?
Not yet. I don't. Well, not the last time I looked.
Not that I need another bag. It's just,
So Knitting My Bag donated 1. Cloverbird donated 2. Juliana, our co-host, offered up one of her patterns as a prize for our group.
She just finished a really awesome one.
A sweater pattern.
She has a lot of patterns I like.
Emily Chain of Fools also offered us a pattern out of her Ravelry shop. She just put up one called the Shield Maiden, which is really very beautiful, and also gave us some yarn to give you all. You guys are so lucky.
Yes.
We have a yarn prize from Hank's mom, who is Robin. Thank you very much. And Sarah Jane designed 5 of her crochet patterns. They are awesome. They are absolutely amazing. Thank you, Sarah Jane. And we are donating an $8 pattern to the Equal Opportunity podcast groups and to Fibertown's podcast group. 1 for each of their groups to their prize pot, but not to this one because we have enough prizes in this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there truly ever enough?
Never enough. Never, but we have a lot.
Yes.
And we have already received 1 prize for our next one, which is from Turbo Knitter, who is Kenneth, and we thank him very much for that.
My clip is digging into my hips.
Talk about off topic.
Well, it is.
I did want to talk a little bit about
Focus my
autism.
brain.
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to be rude?
Hi.
You're not even remotely cute.
I help you?
Okay.
I am.
There are causes. The causes for autism are not really known at this point. It's, from what I'm reading, it's generally accepted that there might be some abnormalities in the brain structure
I think a lot of it's genetic.
or function. There are differences in shape and the structure of the brain as opposed to children who don't have autism. There does appear to be a genetic component, although they are not sure. I'm reading this as I go because I was kind of rushed picking it up, so I do apologize. Some children are apparently born with a susceptibility to autism, but they don't know what might trigger that into full-blown autism just because they have a.
I know a lot of people blame vaccines, but I don't think there's any definitive science that points toward that.
I don't think so. Other people think that things like red dye and diet and all that might help, but I don't think that's a cause.
Yeah, I think that there's probably a lot of correlation, but not a lot of cause that's been determined.
Right. All right, so I'm not going to give you too much more of this right now because, once again, we are running a little rushed because now we're losing light. So I want to move ahead into our hooks and whips, but I do ask you to continue to put your projects and your whips into the autism thread. We have some amazing ones. The colors are awesome. The projects are amazing, and I have to admit that I've been adding a lot of things to my queue. Okay, we are going to move on to our hooks.
Yes. So, I'm not going to work on this one right now. Just put it away. But the first one, I think I have 4. You have 3. Let me see. 1.
I have 3.
2, 3. 1, 2.
But you still have a.
No, I have 4.
Okay.
So, the first one I'm going to talk about is the one I'm going to put to the side. I'll be working on this a lot tonight. This has been what I've been wanting to work on. This is, let me turn to the right page, the Turquoise Love, which is Lots of Love pattern by 10 Hours or Less, who is George, very active in our group, using US 17 needles, Lion Brand's Pound of Love in the turquoise colorway.
And if you haven't checked out his patterns, please do so. They are wonderful.
I think the next time I make this, because I'm sure I'll make it again, I'll probably do bulky yarn, so I don't have to hold 3 together.
And you can see the heart.
Or super bulky yarn.
You can see the heart very, very well, actually. It's a little lightweight for with the light, but
the light's a little odd, but
we might have to turn on lights in a minute here.
Yeah.
So it's turning.
Hang on.
It's coming along really well.
Tea out of the way.
Okay, go ahead.
So you can kind of see how it's starting to take shape. And I'm over halfway through. I've been enjoying this more than I thought I would. Not because of anything about George, but I've always said I'm not a blanket person. I don't make blankets. I have made a grand total of 1 other blanket. I crocheted it, and by the end of it, I was really ready to pull out my hair. But I'm actually really enjoying this one, and I probably would consider doing another one of his in the future.
Because George's patterns are really well written.
I love the chart for this. It's interesting, but it's still somewhat intuitive. I can do it while doing something else. Like I can and have, sorry about the clinking, I can and have knit while podcasting or watching movies on this, but it's just enough for interest, but not so much that I can't do something else. And I'm blathering. But yes, there's that one.
Okay, did you want to do another one?
Nope, your turn.
Okay. I guess I will do my lattice trellis afghan. Yes, George, I am working on it. I am working on it because I want to finish it and get started with something else. And his encouragement was helpful because it made me lit a little fire under me. So I appreciate that.
George, are you lighting fires under people again?
Yes, lighting fires under people again. He makes me laugh. Okay, I did do some work on this.
Really shouldn't set people on fire.
This is where my doohickey is from last week.
Your doohickey?
Okay.
Your doohickey?
And considering it's not even a full week, I actually made a fair amount of progress because it's a fairly...
Yeah, because we're actually podcasting 2 days early.
Let's see here.
No, 3 days early.
So you can see this is pretty long. It doesn't even fit
I
in the
guess I
screen.
should hold on to that for me, shouldn't I?
But it doesn't even fit completely in the screen as far back as we are. And I've done about maybe 2.5, 3 inches. And this red yarn that you see here,
This is your blanket parade?
yes, this is the red yarn that you see here is not to mark my right side. I can tell where my right side is. I just didn't want to use another safety pin or locking stitch marker to mark where I had started a new ball of yarn because I'm taking part in because I have a huge stash right now and I need to whittle it down, and I had to do that before I went to Maryland Sheep and Wool. So I I am going to be doing the Stash Dash. I think it's with the Knit Girls. I think that's what they're calling it. And
I think it's always been called the Stash Dash.
yeah. But I'm just not sure if that's theirs or somebody else's.
Mm-mm.
But the Knit Girls are
That's
doing it.
theirs.
I'm doing the one with the Knit Girls. And they allow us to count all the yardage from projects that are already, started, as long as we don't finish it before May 23rd.
Amy says that she's considering waiting all of her plying until the Stash Dash, and then she count all the spinning.
Oh, that's
she's done.
funny. She's a stinker.
And Darren was like, "That's cheating." She's like, "No, it's not. It's in the rules."
It is in the rules. So
So you can do that for their Stash Dash.
I agree with Amy. It's in the rules. So this is this is my marker for. I just started a new ball of yarn. I think the last of the pink, and then I can figure out based on how big the section is, how many balls I used of the pink, because I wasn't keeping track. And I'll do the same thing when I get to the this variegated section, because I didn't weave in my ends, so I know where. Well, they're woven in, I just didn't cut them. I know where the balls ended, so I can then add up my yardage for this. So that's what this red thing is. So thank you, George, for lighting a fire under me, because this does need to be finished so I can get it counted for the Stash Dash, and so I can start something new. Another blanket, believe it or not. But,
Which one are you looking at? Or are you just going to focus on the squares?
no, I'm going to focus on that too, but because I'm not doing it, I'm not actually doing the blanket yet for Anastasia. Right now I'm just doing the test cow. And this,
Yes, because you're so cold in this house that you need to have a blanket on your lap during the summer.
yeah, well, and it's living in my New York M&M bag, which I love dearly because it fits my blanket.
And it was a free bag.
Yeah, I love this bag.
I think I got it with y'all's New York souvenirs. It was awesome.
Yeah, I love this. So, M&M's.
You almost didn't get
My
it.
husband's name is Michael, so we have M&M. There. Okay. My hook. I'm always losing my hook.
Thomas and I are TNT.
Yes. Oh, that's explosive. Okay. All right, your turn. Yes, I did say that. I did. I fully admit to it. Freely admit to it. I did.
Anywho, the one I'm
My
going
Thai
to...
tea is getting cold.
Well, then you should drink it then, shouldn't you?
Yes, I should.
Where is my bag? I know I grabbed it.
Which
Oh,
bag?
there it is. The that bag. It was hiding. Because I have everything sort of smushed over there. So in the clover bat bag, which
Not the bat clover bag?
I need to wash all my bags, because when I made the yellow sweater, all my bags hung on to yellow fuzz. So all my projects are attacked by yellow fuzz from my big yellow coat sweater thing.
Well, I'm finding that green fuzz from that horrible yarn all over the place.
The horrible yarn.
There's green fuzz on top of the TV that's behind
you.
Behind you guys. That I found on the floor, just
hanging out.
I don't know how it got there. It just did.
So, interjection. Since this is, isn't that Schoolhouse Rock?
Mm-hmm.
One of my coworkers kept singing I Missed a Bill on Capitol
Oh,
Hill
yeah.
from
Yeah,
Schoolhouse
yeah.
Rock.
I used to love that. That was fun.
She had that stuck in her head. So every time we said our coworker Bill's name, she kept going, I'm just a Bill. But, hold on. This tangled.
It likes to get tangled.
So this is Inkheart. It's Lush Pattern by Tin Can Knits. I'm using US 6 needles for the main sweater, and I'm going to change over to US 3s when I do the ribbing. I'm using Miss Babs Yazwood Skein, and it's in the Inkwell colorway. And this was a pattern that was gifted to me, I believe, by Rose Bob. No,
Nurse
Kim Knits. And I'm making a size 33 for Mom.
I love the pattern work on that. It's so pretty.
Mom's much more into lace than I am.
Well, I like
Lace detail.
That's
That's what I mean. If I had my druthers, I enjoyed this lace pattern. Was a lot of fun, but I'm more inclined to wear cable work.
See, I'll wear both. I like cables and lace.
So, hold on. Put this down.
Is that gonna lose?
No. And if it does, I can pick it up again. So there's the lace work.
So pretty. I'm looking forward to seeing that done.
It's getting there. I forget what the inches are that I had to measure to, and then I change needles out and start doing the ribbing. And after that point, it's sleeves and pick up stitches. It's really funny. For my 2 sweaters that I'm working on, right now I'm basically at the same point of finishing, which is really weird. Usually it's not the case for me in sweaters. Usually I'll have different stages of finishing, but it's rare that I have 2 that are that close to being finished.
No second sweater syndrome.
I guess not. It's like, with these 2 sweaters, I've been at the same point of the sweater. Well, the bloom built up very quickly. Surprisingly, because for the longest time I was just in the lace work.
Because you didn't want to block it.
Because I didn't want to block it. And then once I got past that point, it caught up, bless you, very quickly with the green one. I know why. The green one was on the hood for a long time.
Oh, right.
Not because I didn't want to work on it, but because it was extra fabric. But now they're at the same, basically the same point. So it's just really funny. This never really happens to me where I have 2 sweaters at the same point.
I'm actually excited to see that, because I was just telling Talia that ever since I let my hair go back to the normal color, my color is not red, it's this color. I had kind of changed my wardrobe a little bit to fit in more with the red, and I don't have as much of the blues that I like so much, so this will be one of the first things I have in that color I like so much, so I can't wait for that to be finished. It'll be great.
And then we could wear combinations like what I'm doing now, which is the purple and blue again.
Well, purple and blue, green, purple and blue, really.
Exactly. I was dressed like a peacock today.
Yeah, is this a new thing for me? No.
No. But you weren't wearing as much of it with the red.
No. Well, purple was hard to wear.
Yeah, so now you have a little more in the way of options.
Yes.
And I don't usually wear purple, but...
I don't normally wear a lot of purple unless it's with the greens and the blues.
Well, this hat has purple, green, and blue, so it pulls in my outfit.
Yeah. Okay, my Dragonfly cardigan. This is the Sunday cardigan pattern by Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby.
I'm sorry, her name always makes me laugh.
Yeah. And
which is a terrible thing.
I'm using an H-hook and Dragonfly Fibers yarn in the Dragonfly colorway. I did check it. That is what it is.
Which is hilarious to me that you're using Dragonfly colorway
for both of them. Yes. Well, it's meant to be a Dragonfly cardigan. Let me see here. Okay. It's living in my Ploverbird chai tea bag.
It's actually a coffee bag.
It is a chai tea bag.
It says chai tea. There's coffee beans on there.
No, it's dark chocolate. Okay.
Come here, give me your delusional head.
My bag, okay. My cup.
Even though it says espresso on there?
It doesn't belong there. It's espresso chai tea.
Espresso chai tea?
Yes, it comes fast. I'm almost done with my first ball of yarn, and I know that I'm going to have to work. I'm not going to be working to rows. I'm going to be working to my measurements, because with the thinner yarn, I'm using a sock weight yarn as opposed to a DK Sport light worsted weight, and so my height of my stitches is off. So I'm just going to work until the point where my waist is, or my measurement for my waist is, and then I'll decide if I want to do the detail for. There's a place where you can weave in a ribbon for a belt. I'm not really a ribbon kind of person for that kind of thing. So I may even leave that detail off and just keep going. But I do love the way it looks. You can, oh, the color showed up pretty.
Yeah, Mom, that might be a good place to put like a clasp button.
Maybe, yeah, if I mark it.
Because it's right where they would have tied it off, just a small clasp button.
I might do that, or I might also, like you said, I might put the frog buttons or something that I like to close it, because I really like my sweaters to close. I'll have to see how this fits. But I do like the color a lot. It's not, I was worried it would be variegated and kind of, yeah, but it's not. It's kind of pooling a little bit, and I think I said last week, it kind of reminds me, even though it's more purple than blue, it reminds me of lakes or streams in the woods, and that makes me happy. This is an H-hook. The Dragonfly Fibers is a sock yarn, and I'm just having a lot of fun with this. I hope I can finish it. I've been working on it a little at a time. I'm about ready to change to another ball of yarn.
And we have her measurements for her to crochet up to from when
Mm-hmm.
when I was working on Tin Can Knit's Antler. That sweater pattern has no shaping, and like all Tin Can Knit's patterns, it goes from baby to adult. I think all of hers do that.
I think so.
But that one particular one didn't have shaping for the adults. So I took the original book before, when it was just an online book before she published it, was called Knit to Flatter. Now I think it's called Fit to Flatter.
Is that Amy Herzog?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I actually have the original printout version, which I kept because I thought that was just cool.
Yeah.
But now I own the book and I have a craftsy class. It was while doing the craftsy class that I took my measurement and took everyone else in the family, well, all of us ladies' measurements.
Yes. My husband doesn't do measurements.
No, he would never let me make a sweater.
No.
He would be too.
Although he is asking for more things. He asked me to make him a doorstop. So, yeah.
I think I'm going to be kind of in the boat with
In the boat, huh?
Yes, I'm going to be in the boat. I won't be able to make Thomas anything because he gets warm.
Yeah. Maybe a tie or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he would wear it.
He might. I mean, if he made it, he might.
Yeah, but I don't want to wear it just because I made it.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to ask him. Maybe he'll ask you.
But anyway, yeah, we talked about mine. So, oh no, that was yours. So it should be my turn to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be.
I'm going to finish this up so I don't have to keep drinking.
You don't want to merely enjoy.
Well, it's getting cold.
Tea's good cold. It's called iced tea.
This is not ice. I like my iced tea with ice in it. And cold, that is lukewarm.
I like lukewarm tea too.
I do not, indeed.
Do you spit it out of your mouth?
Oh, you should not misquote the Bible.
That is the quote.
You stay over there. You stay over there so when lightning strikes you, it doesn't strike me.
It wasn't bad.
Bad person.
No.
Get your project out. Behave yourself. See, she has no halo. She has these.
I have rabbit ears.
And a fork and a little spiked tail.
I'm a weird looking bunny.
You're not a bunny. Bunnies are cute.
I am cute.
Meow.
Wow. My kitty just vomited or something.
Hairball.
So, the birdie bag.
This is a Knitting's My Bag bag. It's a sweater-sized bag. Lois Knitting's My Bag does a fabulous job.
And Thomas usually likes this because he likes playing with the thingy here. But, thank you, this is fine. This is Robin of Locksley. I flip between calling this Robin of Locksley and just calling it the villainess because usually you know what I'm talking about when I call it the villainess. So it might go back to being called the villainess. But, it's Box Elder Cardigan by Maria Leigh. I'm using US 9 and US 7 needles. Dragonfly Fibers Traveler in the villainous colorway. And I'm making size 36. Let's see. And I remember that Diana thinks it's weird that I use such...
Diana's his handmaid. Hi.
Hi, Diana. She thinks it's odd that I use such long needles. And I do have some logic behind it. Partially it's just pure laziness. I don't like going to get a different cable. And then part of it is if I make a mistake and use the wrong needle end, like use the needle end for the one I'm not supposed to.
I think that's what you just said.
Anyway, if I do that, at least I'll have enough room to magic clip if I need to. So,
and there is the logic behind it, Diana. You are now in the know. Because don't even try to understand.
So, it's a little farther than the
the
Lush.
ribbon started. Are you going?
That ribbon has been done for a while.
Are you doing the sleeves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I did not realize for some reason is that there's a little bit of that lace detail on the hood, also on the sleeve.
You know, it's not noticeable anymore that, I mean, it's there, but unless you really look closely, it almost looks like you're in the shadow or something.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to use that one skein I use at the bottom to pick up stitches and stuff.
Sure.
Sally pulls it in, but
color's gorgeous.
Where is the other? So, the lace detail, which you can't hardly see. It's not really a lace, it's just a little bit of a detail that it's not really picking up well. It's just a little bit of detail on the sleeve, a little bit of a different stitch texture. The same that's on the hood. It's showing up a little better on the hood. Not much better though.
Well, it's just a small detail.
It was a very subtle detail.
Right.
You'd have to be staring at to really pick up on it.
It's very pretty.
But
I had to laugh when Emily was talking about her hood because she was saying, I think it was the one with the tree on the back of it. She was saying that she didn't think it was quite centered. It looked fine to me, but she said it was a little off-centered. I guess she did something about the I-cord or something. I don't remember. Sorry, Emily. It just made me smile when she said this. That's what made me think of that because yours is centered, I guess. But
well, it was knit in one piece.
Right.
Sometimes they'll add a hood afterwards. I've never done it that way.
I have to go back and listen to Emily's because I don't know if she was talking about the I-cord being around like this or if the I-cord was here attaching it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never attached a hood afterwards. I've only, the Vivian was knit bottom up, so the hood was, you did short rows and then you went into the hood. And for this one, I think you also did short rows, I can't remember. You do the top of the hood down, and then after you finish the hood, you worked into the body.
Right.
So it's all in one piece. But yeah, and this pattern designs the sleeve to be nice and long, which is great because I have orangutan arms. Because I haven't even gotten to the ribbing for the sleeve. There's also a nice long ribbing like there is here. So I will be very happy with this.
And Dragonfly Fibers, this is Dragonfly Fibers.
It is.
She dyes things so beautifully.
Oh, I love the way
it's amazing.
It makes me think of dappling in the trees and all that. It kind of looks stripy right there, but it's really not overly. It's more dapply than it is.
Yeah,
stripy.
it's not. I mean, because it's pops.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet she would say this is tonal or maybe even a.
Well, it's definitely tonal.
What do you call it? She might even say it was highly variegated, like she said mine was.
But I've thoroughly enjoyed working this. It's a lot.
I think it's kind of self-patterning is what it is. Because it has like dark and light and then dark and I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's pretty.
It's gorgeous. I've enjoyed working it. And I look forward to finishing this sleeve and picking up the other one. I'm not looking forward to doing all the ribbing, but it's okay. We will get through it like we do everything else.
Oh, you're such a martyr.
I just don't enjoy picking up that many stitches. It's not even like your normal, like, oh, I'm just picking up. No, it's let me pick up and then all around the hood as well. But it's an enjoyable pattern, and I do love this.
All right, Happy, stay there. So Miss Sherbet did not make an appearance because
no, there's not enough room for her back
there's
here.
Not enough room, and we didn't want to kick my husband out of the living room after he's been cooking all day. He made me an apple pie for Mother's Day for tomorrow, and it's a homemade apple pie, and it took him like 3 hours. And then he took us into town to have my Mother's Day dinner out, and I went to Hobby Lobby and went to bookstore and all that. And we don't want to kick him out of the living room. Let him relax for a little bit. So we didn't have enough room for Miss Sherbet here.
No, she's a big girl.
Yeah. Okay, now my next pattern is living in my Plover Bird Animals in the Park. I think it's just called In the Park, but I call it Animals in the Park. This is the medium bag, and she still has this one in a zipper bag, I think, along with a really cute bunnies on Vespas. Sorry. Okay, now this pattern is by it's called Guileless, and it's from the Guile pattern by Anastasia Zettel, who's Anastasia Knits, and you all know her because she's donated several prizes to us in the past, and she's also a member of the group. And I was hoping to be further on this, but I've been distracted. I did get some work done on it.
This looks more purple in this light.
Not really. It looks kind of
well,
cranberry.
It looks like it's matched my thing, and I'm definitely not wearing cranberry.
Not really.
Well, it feels like it's screening on it me.
Yeah, maybe. This, I'm using an H-hook and Shalimar Yarns Zoe sock and their Lost Soul base. They're one-shot deals. I guess it's a base or color. I don't know. I'm not sure what the colors are because they're only one.
So is this the bottom?
That's the bottom.
Huh.
It's curling on the sides because of the way it's increased, but I will have to block it and it will be fine.
So it's a bit of a point, but it's a different. It's not like a really sharp
right.
point.
And there's going to be a
An edging?
an edging to it.
Oh, okay.
So I love the way the yarn is working up. I like the pattern a lot. It's just slow because I'm taking my time on it.
She's in no rush.
I'm in no rush.
Now, are
to
you going to
finish
use it with the purple one?
What purple one?
The one that you got for the sweater kit as well?
This is not from the sweater kit.
Oh,
This
did you say that and I just didn't listen?
Right. This is from the I got this from Shenandoah.
Oh, okay.
And
That's right.
The Lost Soul. That's the one with Max Mix told us about.
Right, that's right.
And I'm using, as I said, an H-hook on this, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. This yarn is very stretchy. I think it might bloom quite a bit, but I guess we'll see when it comes to that.
Because I don't think stretchy always indicates bloom. I think the ones that what indicates bloom is generally, you know who's talking about this was Juliana on Workshop Opportunity Crafter. It has something to do with the staple. Like alpaca will bloom a lot. If it's a halo, it tends to bloom a lot. I think.
This doesn't have much of a halo to it, but neither did my my Knit Picks Stroll Total. That didn't have it either.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll find out when it comes to that.
That's why I suggest you
swatch
before you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even swatch for this because it's just.
Well, yeah,
it's a shawl.
But I'm saying in general, that's why
Right.
if you're making sweater, they suggest
right.
you block a swatch so you don't end up with a sweater that's like 20 times too big for you.
Oops.
I know, I've done that too.
I didn't swatch for the.
But
I swatched. I didn't wash it.
A lot of times though, I don't do it with my sweaters. And this has still never been blocked.
Yeah, unless it's got lace detailing, I probably won't block my sweater. But so this is living in here, and I'm enjoying it. This is one of Anastasia's newer ones. If you think you might like it, you just go to her Rav shop and you can find it there. Okay, that's my last one for whips.
This is supposed to be 2 minutes. And I actually got to the end of my row, which is what I was attempting to do. So this is the Scarlet Scotsman, which is the Flying Scotsman pattern by Susan Ashcroft. I'm using US 7 needles. The main color is Spinning Fates Moira and the colorway Let Heaven and Nature Sing. This is from a BAM by Knitting to My Bag. And the color work part is going to be the Jowl Magic colorway. I'm sorry, the Lang Yarns Jowl Magic and the colorway 60 Rust Gold Forest and Wine. And I'm getting close. I want to, well, maybe not as close as I thought. I wanted to maybe finish this ball of yarn for the main part of the sweater and then go into the colorwork section.
Shawl? Or cowl or whatever it is. Not a sweater.
Everything's a sweater.
It is not a sweater. I'm going to take off your hat. Take off your hat. She doesn't want you to see her hair. No.
I'm just giving you a hug. A hug.
No.
A hug. So I want to maybe make it through this before I call it quits. But I don't know. I might not. It depends on how big it gets. I thought it was a little closer to the end of it than I was. It's definitely smushed down a lot, though.
Right. It's imploding.
Yes.
Are you working from the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember imploding. What's the noise?
Okay. Inverted kiss.
Sorry, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. So it's building.
I thought it was a shop or whatever that is. What's that with the building?
So anyway, it's growing.
It is, indeed. It looks very pretty. I thought it wasn't quite there. I mean, it would have to bloom a lot to be.
Well, they said that it adds quite a bit of length when you do the color work part, but it's not anywhere near where I want it to be. That would be if it was a short shawl.
Yeah.
It'd be very short. I like a long, not long, but I like
Longer,
it to come
yeah.
at least here.
Yeah.
So I have a while to go. So I might make it through the first skein like I thought I would and save the second skein for
the
color work.
Yeah.
To work with the color work.
Okay.
So.
All right. No other.
You have an FO.
Yes, I did. Did you want to do that before the graphic novel?
We usually do.
Okay, I do have an FO. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment project. It is in my Tangerine 8 Designs bag, my Sherlock bag. Sherlock
Why did I
bag.
take this time?
And it is the name of the pattern. The Amigurumi Bluebird of Happiness. And I cannot find who did this. The Chili Dog. Okay. The Chili Dog. Okay. And it was fun to make this. It's kind of a bean bag stuffed with beans.
A beanbag stuffed with beans?
Yeah, stuffed with, it was said to use dried navy beans. I did not have dried navy beans, so I used dried kidney beans.
You rebel, you.
I am a rebel. Make sure.
She's a rebel and she's never be any good.
This is Chirpy.
Isn't he cute?
He has a little tail right there.
He's waving hi.
He's quite heavy. You can.
Don't call him fat.
Do not call him fat. You can see he stands really well. Oh, you can't see him then, but I don't have a place to put him. But anyway, you can see him. He was fun to make. I had somebody say, "Oh, I never realized that." About putting a black beak on a bird, and I hadn't either until I saw pictures. So that was kind of cool. It was interesting. The beak, even though it was well written, I kind of had a hard time getting the beak where I wanted to. And I guess actually I used navy blue instead of black because it was easier to see. And I couldn't tell from the picture it was navy blue or black anyway. So he's my finished object. He only took me about a day. It was like my normal way of doing things. I started it before bed, so I couldn't finish it. I finished it the next day. And I had a lot of fun with him. He's cute. I like him.
And he knows it.
Yes, he knows it. So he's going back into the bag for now. There. Okay. You want to do your graphic novel?
Yes. So, this one first. In the Nightwing bag by Pod Blue. Is my cross stitch. Hang on, let me get it out of its frame actually, because you aren't going to be able to see it as well if I have it in the frame.
Made a lot of progress on that.
Yeah, I did actually.
I have done absolutely nothing on cross stitch right now. I'm busy trying to do other projects, but I do intend to get back into it. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, in the near future.
My whole reason to get in cross stitch was to, kickstart her. It didn't really work so well.
Well, it will. Right now I just have a lot of projects that I want to finish.
So the project is, rather than take it out of the sleeve, this works a lot better.
Yeah. Might be a little bit of glare, but not too much.
That's the project. And as I go along, I highlight what I finished, just so I know where I've been
And you said
and where I'm going.
you said you weren't going to do all the little blue details, the little blue dots.
Little green dots.
Green dots.
So, what's new since last week? Hold on.
But you're not showing it.
I know, I'm trying to move.
There we go.
So, what's new since last week is the beginning of this ribbon over here. The ribbon's going to wrap all the way around to the top where this flower, you see that flower detail. So, and this over here is a stash enhancement that
But
we'll
she
talk
actually
about.
cross-stitched it. Cross-stitched it on there.
It's a little, can't remember who sells them, but it's a little doohickey with a magnet, and it's a way to keep track of your needle. Your needle will stick to it.
And it's really cool because you stick the needle not in the back, but right on top of the picture.
You can stick on top of the picture. What I tend to do when my cross stitch is on a frame is I actually stick it. Hold on.
Yes, I was talking about that. Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Under. I tend to stick it right next to the picture. I usually stick it on top when I'm working it, and I want to make sure I don't lose my needle.
Right.
If I have to go get a new color. So, yeah, I got some love. I had to move to my other project though because I got a little tired of working all the tan and white and brown. I was getting a little cross-eyed. I needed a break. I don't like how my thing keeps fraying.
Yeah, there's that one. A lot of my projects do that as well. Oh, and I found my kitchen one. It's in the kitchen.
Oh, well, that would make sense
Yeah.
for it to be in the kitchen.
So you can take a look at it after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. So that's one. And
See, I was
then,
telling Talia that my husband started, he got me this little one. I didn't know where it went. Well, it's in the kitchen.
the other one is one Davina doesn't know about. This is for Davina. And those are the girls from Frozen. Davina holds the belief that she is like Anna. Let's see. So that's gotten a little bit of work. I should take it off the frame. Not there's a lot to focus on right now. But added a lot of this purple this time around. It's very subtle shades, changes of the purple for shadowing and the like. So, and it has the pink kitty cat magnet thing. The purple was a nice change from all the brown and tan and white, because when I was working on the hair plus on that ribbon for the Corinthians thing, I really felt like I was going to go cross-eyed, so this purple has been very comforting. A nice change. And then the cross stitches become my warm weather. Like if I just came in from a walk, I don't want to knit my knitting because it's hot on my lap.
Right.
This is good. It's lightweight. It's not going to overheat me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your
Going on to autobiography and
stash enhancement?
stash enhancement. Sorry, stash enhancement.
All right. Stash enhancements. I went to our local Big Lots the other day. Davina had taken me out to an early Mother's Day lunch on Tuesday, I think it was.
Because she's the daughter who loves you.
Yes. And so I said, okay, Davina, why don't we go ahead and go to Big Lots? I wanted to see, sometimes they have sales on yarn. And nothing ever really, okay, I never would caught anything that was really good until then. This is kind of a chartreusey, greeny yellow
I
color.
really don't like that color.
I like it. This is the color. It has 330 meters, which I think translated out to about 380 yards. I think I got 7 of these.
Well, we don't, claim to be
2, 4,
conversion geniuses.
6,
We could be totally off.
2, 4, 5. I got 7 of them. I cleaned them out of this color because I thought, well, I can make a sweater, I can make a baby blanket, I can make something out of this. The yarn is Gloria Canaan hand knitting. I've never heard of this. I think it might be a European yarn or something because color is spelled C-O-L-O-U-R.
Oh, okay.
So it might be a British yarn or I don't know, something. In any event, I've never heard of this yarn before. It feels fairly soft. It doesn't appear to be too loosely plied. I don't think it's going to come apart on me. And it doesn't. And it seems, more importantly, it doesn't seem to be not thick and thin, but
Clingy.
Unplied and plied in different places and clingy and stuff like that. It appears that it will work just fine. It is acrylic, 100% acrylic. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make, but they were $2 a piece. And it's over almost 400 yards. So
I mean, you can't beat that.
I thought, even if I make a baby blanket or some kind of a lightweight shawl or something to give away for $14, So I got that. Do you want to go into yours?
Yeah. At the same time that she got that for me, she got 4 of each of these colors. For me, it's Canon Gloria.
And this is also at Big Lots.
Yeah, and it is pretty soft and gorgeous colors.
And these were $1 a piece. There's just shy of 200 yards in that, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that a sport weight? I think it's a sport weight.
Not sure if it says.
Just look at the needle size, I guess. In any event, I couldn't pass it up when I saw that. I think I cleared them out of that color too for her. So.
Yeah, it doesn't do needle size. Oh wait, yes. Hook size 3.5, needle size 3.
So it's an F hook. I think it's an F hook. So I think it's a sport weight.
Yeah.
When Talia got her little doohickey for her cross stitch. You can see mine here. Mine's a little owl. It's got a needle on it that I had lost. I can't focus. It's a cute little owl. Isn't it cute? I can't wait to use them. He's just adorable. So she got me that. And then this is the DVD I was waiting for to come in the mail. Join As You Go Crochet with Lily Chin. And so I've got a bunch of these now. I have one more that I'm going to be putting. It's on pre-order. I didn't want to pre-order it. I'm waiting for it to come out. And then I think I might be good to go for a while for the class type thing. Do you have any more? How many more do you have?
2.
Okay, I have 2 as well. Go ahead.
Okay, so when we went to the bookstore, I picked up Cross Stitch Gold. I won't be doing this for a while because everything's like a 32 count.
And we need to figure out how to convert that to an 18 or 14, at least an 18, but preferably a 14.
It has tips on cross stitch in here, and I had a couple patterns I really liked. This front one is really cute. This bunny is adorable.
I like the peacock.
Look at the full page for the peacock.
I didn't get that because I didn't see the point of getting 2 of them. I'll pick it up later if I want one.
This is really cute. It's called Waltzing with Flowers. I don't think they actually had the pattern for this one, although it is pretty. I don't care for her cut of her outfit, but that makes me think of Inara from Firefly. There's the bunny. It just has some pretty flowers. It talks about, just different things about cross.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes, this is for
Cat.
pillow.
And you don't have to put it on a pillow. I mean,
Yeah. So, it's very cool. I think it talks about making Easter cards.
Yeah, I saw a magazine I almost picked up to make cards with cross stitch, and I thought that would be cool.
So the count is a little smaller than I like, but
It's a lot smaller. I think it's smaller than 28.
Yeah. But
you might want to check too, because if this is a British magazine, it is British. It might have different counts. Maybe the counts are different, just like with your needle size and hook size.
I'm not sure why it would be, because all the count means is so many per.
Well, they may have different size cloth. I mean, just check.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I've never done a British pattern before.
Yeah.
I've done all American patterns.
So, very cool.
Okay, I also picked up a book, but I think I'll wait until I show you my yarn first, because, yes, I picked up more yarn. And there's a story behind this. It's all Anastasia's fault. Yes, Anastasia, you heard, all your fault. Anastasia put out a pattern just recently. It's called the Envision This, and I should have done this in color, but I didn't. It's like all her patterns. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Like all her patterns, you can up the size, you can change, you can have whatever yarn size, whatever hook size, whatever. And she suggested a cotton yarn for this. Cotton has always been rough and everything, but I'd heard a lot, and so I was leery, but I'd heard a lot about, I love this cotton. Hobby Lobby's, I love this cotton. I said, well, we're going to Hobby Lobby anyway. Let me see how this, I love this cotton is. This stuff, I got this for Anastasia's project. This stuff is so soft. I love this cotton. I mean, it's not misnamed.
It's very soft.
It's not misnamed. So I think I got 5 of these. It's probably more than I need, but I like to make my shawls a little bigger than Anastasia has hers. So this is 153 yards. So I've got probably about 750 yards maybe, or 700 yards of this. So I can make it a little bit bigger than what Anastasia has on hers. I think this is either a variegated, might be a self-striping. It doesn't say self-striping, so probably not. But the color is denim, and it's 100% cotton, so it's very soft. And while I was there, I picked up also a few solids to make dishcloths with, because I don't like my dishcloths to feel rough, especially if I'm going to make like sets of a towel and a dishcloth. The dishcloth itself isn't too bad, but I want my towels to be somewhat soft. So I think I found my cotton yarn.
She loves this cotton.
I love this cotton. I got red, green, cream, and blue for that, plus what I got for Anastasia. And I should put this in Anastasia's bag so I know what I'm using. So that's that stash enhancement.
So my intention on going to Hobby Lobby was only to pick up the little, those little things that you put your DMC floss around.
Because they're easier to work on. I'm trying to find mine, but it's in here. Too deeply buried in my bag.
I wasn't going to share this because it's a real nothing purchase. It was 99 cents. But I've been running low on it because I've had to use a lot of them for the Frozen.
We both picked that up.
So I picked up a few of these. Doesn't hurt to have them. But then I fell down. All my stash enhancements are cross-stitched because I don't need more yarn. I don't need more knitting things.
And she was going to get that for me, but I told her I wasn't ready for that again yet. Even though have more time behind me in cross-stitching than she does, right now I'm focused more on knitting and crocheting.
What's cool is that this, okay, so it doesn't come with all these. It just has a frame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it comes with. But this will stand, holds, hoops, and scroll. So it's just going to hold it. That's good, so I can use my frame that I have.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. So it's the stand for the cross stitch. I haven't built it yet.
Yeah, we just got it today.
Just got it today. And it's so I can sit and have it standing in front of me. And it sounds like, yeah, it looks like it just uses, it easily adjusts for height, angle, and right or left-handed use. It uses the extra hand to hold hoops, stretchers, and scroll frames. So you can use whatever you happen to have.
And you can clip a light onto it as well, it looks like. You just clip the light right here.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And I may end up getting one eventually, but I didn't feel I was ready for it at this point. I want to make sure I'm going to get serious enough before I do it. Because I love cross-stitching. I just want to make sure I have time for it.
So I'm looking forward to using those. Which is cool. What is cool is I can switch out which project I have on there.
Okay,
And much like my city one, sometimes I need to not have it on a table or not have it on my lap.
Now my final stash enhancement is something I'd never seen before. It's a crochet book, and actually the pattern on the front is what I really like. It's the Complete Guide to Crochet Volume 2. I'd have to look up Volume 1 if they're all like this. It's a little bit on the expensive side. Ty actually got me this for Mother's Day today, and I have it a little early so I can show it on the podcast. This has some really cute patterns in it. I've never heard of this. This is a British magazine, so that explains why I haven't heard of it. And it's really good because it seems to have both American and British terms, I think. Has a very good getting started section. I love that little whale. Let's see if I can show you some of the...
I really need to pay attention when I'm reading. I have a very bad habit of when I'm tired or something, yarning over accidentally.
I love the way it's set up. It is color-coded. Green is accessories, okay? The pattern on the front is in accessories. It is the Foxy Cape. I call it a cowl. I would probably do this in grays and blues, maybe.
Would you do it without socks or with?
I don't know. In any event, I think it's really cute. Even with the little, because it's not a tight against my neck, it's more like a cowl, I can wear that. So I really like that. I don't care for that tie, but I'm really picky with knit and crochet ties. Has some cute.
Well, it to be done right.
Yeah, there's some cute mitts. I love this sweater. Oh, let me see here. I hope you can see it really well.
I probably should consider wrapping up soon. I'm not sure how long we've been running, but
we're all right.
Oh, we aren't even at an hour yet. Okay.
We're all right. I mean, it's very rare that I find a lot of patterns.
This one's nice.
Here's a better picture of it. That's that same one I just showed you. And it looks like where you put it together, they've got it so it's like a detailing, which is nice. I wish there was a better picture of this, because I think I'm going to like this. I just don't know exactly what it looks like on.
You can probably look up the Ravelry page for it.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is a pretty sweater as well. I actually like the color combination of it. It looks like it's black and white or navy and white.
I'm not particularly fond of that one.
I would like it better if it was buttoned down.
It's very boxy.
If it was buttoned down, it would be nice. Looks like it's navy. I would, maybe that class that shows me how to cut. I'm getting the DVD that I'm waiting for shows you how to cut crochet, which I didn't know you could do. This is kind of cute. It's called the Trophy Jacket. It's a little short for my taste, but it might be pretty if you did it in the right color for a fancy outfit or something.
I'm getting a little hungry. Getting a little hungry.
I already ate. Wait 5 seconds.
Hungry.
Patience is a virtue.
I eat you.
I don't think so.
Eat. Did you see a little
Yeah.
capey hoodie thing?
Yeah, that was Little Red Riding Hood. There's a Little Red Riding Hood cape in here, but I'm not going to show you everything in the book, so I'm skipping over it. But they have a lot of cute baby. Oh, here it is. I'll show it to you because the girl's cute. Isn't that adorable? The model's precious.
But you know, we actually get, things the kids eat because their models are cute.
That's creepy.
What?
You're creepy.
You're creepy.
I am not, in fact. Oh, this is one of the things that sold me on it. My husband wants me to make a door stop. And the only door stop I could find on patterns on Ravelry was a cat and a house. 2 different ones. And my husband doesn't like cats.
That's putting it kindly.
He might like this. I showed it to him. He was like, oh, that's cute. So all in all, I think it was well worth it. I mean, there are several patterns I like in here, enough that it was worth the price to how I paid for it, for me. It's just very, I didn't even see this one. This was Tunisian crochet, and I'm working on getting better at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is cute.
This pink sweater here. I have to get on the ball for that. I did take out my Tunisian hooks the other day and work on it. Oh, look, there's a tutorial. Okay, cool. Everyone's had very nice patterns. I'm very impressed with this. I think I'm going to look up the Complete Guide to Crochet Volume 1 and see if it's as good as this one, because this looks very, very good.
Is that Volume 2?
This is Volume 2. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 48, almost 50 patterns in here. So I think it was well worth the price. And it has some good tutorials and things as well. So those are my stash enhancements. Are you done with yours? Mm-hmm. I did a lot of writing this week on the shared story. Even though it was a short week, I got a little less than 2,000 words, almost 1,900 words to the shared story. And I am prompting. Oh, I have to do my prompts before I forget. I am doing the prompting starting tonight for tomorrow for my writing site. So I am happy with that. Did you do any writing or anything?
No.
Okay, I will go ahead and thank the people we need to thank. I want to thank 10 Hours or Less for the Braided Bright Cal pattern that he created, especially for our Cal. We really appreciate it. It's a wonderful pattern.
It is.
We want to thank Knitting's My Bag, Cloverbird. They each have donated project bags for us. We really appreciate those. Mm-hmm. They're both awesome bags. And I think Lois still has some bags up in her shop. I don't know what her next update is. You might want to check her out. Cloverbird has just updated hers recently and will be doing so throughout the month of May. And she has a 10% coupon code on her site through the end of May. We want to thank Juliana, mm-hmm. Our co-host from the Equal Opportunity Crafter podcast, for her, the donation of one of her patterns, mm-hmm. which are fantastic, for the prize bin for our Cal, and also Sarah Jane Designs for the 5 patterns that she donated.
Did you mention them?
That's what I'm getting to. I just wanted to make sure I got the 2 patterns together. And then Emily for her pattern that she donated from her Rav store, and the yarn that she donated, which mm-hmm. was very generous of her. Hank's mom, who donated a skein of Malabrigo lace weight yarn. We thank her.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank Turbo Knitter, who is Kenneth, in advance for the donation of, I think it was 3 skeins of yarn.
I think it was.
Yes, 3 skeins of Cascade lace weight yarn for the prize pot, not of this cow, but of the next one. So
Oh, hey guys, just want to remind you, we still have, if you're interested, I have some of mustache yarn up for trade or sell.
So do I. I have mustache yarn up for trade or sell. I am waiting to hear back from one person. That person knows who he is. Once I hear back from that person, contact me. I'll let you know if I haven't heard back from that person or if I have.
Yeah, I've had a person express interest, but they're uncertain, so.
Right, and I don't know, I haven't heard back from this person that had contacted me. I want to give him plenty of chance to get back to me before I open it up again. But contact me if you're interested. I have the red mustache yarn and the skeins of quirky yarn that you saw for my sweater.
And I have the yellow mustache yarn.
Okay. And I think that's, we will be opening a thread as soon as we decide what the prizes will be for our 200-member, 2-year podiversary, 100-episode prize drawing. So I'm not sure what.
We still have a little bit of time.
We still have a little bit of time. We're not sure what the prizes will be yet.
I guess it'll be next week's podcast.
It probably will have to be next week's podcast. So just keep your eye out. We'll post something on the thread if it's before the next podcast.
I mean, it doesn't have to be before. I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
That's when we decide a thread will be open.
Yeah, we'll let you know what it's going to be because
we haven't planned.
Yeah, we haven't planned, and we have a couple. The next 2 or 3 weeks are very hectic, but we hope to have everything in place and the prizes given away by early June at the latest. So just keep an eye out on the Rab threads to see if we put anything, or keep an ear on the podcast to see if we say something. We do want to thank you all for joining us. We know you have a lot of other demands on your time and a lot of other podcasts that you can watch.
You don't just watch us all day long, all the time?
Do you? I don't know. I don't think so. I think
it's a little bit of a letdown.
We have the best viewers anywhere.
Yes, we do.
We truly do. And we appreciate
Even if
you
they
all.
don't watch us 24/7.
We appreciate each and every one of them. So we want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day, those who celebrate. Mothers, godmothers, grandmothers, spiritual mothers, any kind of mothers. We wish you a very happy Mother's Day. Those of you who aren't mothers, we wish you a very blessed weekend. And we hope that it's filled with everything that you enjoy, including crafting. Where is my clicker?
Your clapper?
My clicker
is a very different thing.
Wish you the best of everything that makes you happy. This is Pen, Hook, and Needles, episode 102, and this is a wrap.